Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Gurunam cha lagunam cha Guruni cha laguni cha Prayaschittani papanam Jnatvoktani mahashibhihi. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Authorities who are learned scholars and sages have carefully ascertained that one should atone for the heaviest sins by undergoing a heavy process of atonement, and one should atone for lighter sins by undergoing lighter atonement. Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, however, vanquishes all the effects of sinful activities, regardless of whether heavy or light. Purport. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes an incident that took place when Samba was rescued from the punishment of the Kauravas. Samba fell in love with the daughter of Duryodhana, and since, according to Kshatriya custom, one is not offered a Kshatriya's daughter unless he displays chivalrous valor, Samba abducted her. Consequently, Samba was arrested by the Kauravas. Later, when Lord Balaram came to rescue him, there was an argument about Samba's release. Since the argument was not settled, Balaram showed his power in such a way that all of Hastinapura trembled and would have been vanquished as if by a great earthquake. Then the matter was settled and Samba married Duryodhana's daughter. The purport is that one should take shelter of Krishna Balaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose protective power is so great that it cannot be equaled in material world. However powerful the reactions of one's sins, they will immediately be vanquished if one chants the holy name of Hari, Krishna, Balarama, or Narayana. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Sin. If the sin is not erased, then it will sprout into, that seed of that sin will sprout into a reaction, karmic reaction in our life. In this material world, we are trapped in different material bodies, and these material bodies, though we have little control over them, my indriyas, I can lift my hand, I can walk, I can do certain things, certain freedom is there in this to do what to do with the body. At the same time, we have to know that so many things we are bound by this body. Our freedom is not there, is not absolute to do whatever I want. So every aspect of mine is limited. The movement of my hands are limited. I cannot pick up anything from anywhere. Whatever is within this distance, I can pick up. The speed with which I can walk. Or take the matter of mind. The mind also has got its limitation. So even though we are residing in these bodies are called karmic bodies. We seem to be having some freedom over the body, but Actually, body is ruled by three modes of material nature. We don't think of that at all. Time, kala, as we are born as a baby, acting on our body continuously, it makes our body grow, gross body grow. And also at the time of taking birth, certain karmic seeds of both Papa and Punya are also ready for sprouting into reaction, and that is called Prarabdha Karma. So we are born in a gross body, and there is a subtle body, Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara. And this entire, the Papa and Punya, at different times, as it sprouts, the seed of that reaction manifests in our life in the form of different sukha and dukkha. So we have to accept this fact that when we think I am the body, we never think that this body is being controlled continuously by destiny. The sukha dukkha of this body is also destined. And the three forces, guna, kala and karma. Kala and karma is acting according to the force of kala on us. But we are oblivious of all these things. We are only in this body thinking I am free, and I utilize my body for whatever I want. But in reality, as time goes on, as our body grows, from babyhood to childhood to middle age to old age, various sukha dukkha experiences are delivered on our plate. You don't want certain dukkha, but it comes. That means you are not controlling. The laws of nature is inflicting that on your body and your mind to feel that dukkha. Of course, as a soul, you can either get kicked up and down like a football. When there is dukkha, I feel dukkha. When there is sukha, I feel sukha, I get excited. Because soul is different from the body. Or the soul can look at it equally. Yes, this is expected, sukha and dukkha. And as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, maintain an equipoised mind. These are all not to be disturbed by this, but simply execute your karma, your duty, prescribed duty. So, this idea of karma, which is governing this body, is there only in our philosophy. It's only there in our Sanatana Dharma. And that's the only theory of karma alone can explain why sometimes good people are suffering, why sometimes bad people are enjoying. Because our estimate of good and bad is what we have seen. We do not know the history of the soul. So many lives, so many karmas, so many papas, so many punyas. All these things are in the background, in the subtle body. So how insignificant we are. Our life as materialist, our life is destined by our karma. And what karma we do afresh, because little freedom is given. As I said, somebody is controlling. You stand within this circle, don't go out. That is destiny, material nature, body, constitution, mind, everything, karma. You cannot go beyond this. But within that, again, you can go here and there, within the circle. Just like if you have 100 feet rope, you tie a cow to a tree. When it goes beyond 100 feet, the rope will pull. But within 100 feet, you are free. As good as rope is not there. So similarly, with the little freedom that we get, the cow will think there is no rope at all inside. When it tries to go beyond, it will pull. Otherwise, inside it is thinking, I am absolutely free. But actually, not absolutely free. You have your rope around you. Similarly, we all have our rope of our karma continuously. And because of a little freedom that we have, that freedom is interpreted that I am free to do anything. So with that little freedom, if you do anything, then it will, if you do activities which are as per the instructions of our Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, dharmically, then your next life, your rope becomes maybe 1,000 feet. And next life, if you misuse those things, again, the next life you will get a 10 feet rope. So, each life our freedom is prescribed by our past karma. This is life, this is material life. Everybody is bound by this karma. And karma is so strong, it doesn't leave. Now here is the glory of the holy name of the Lord. That simply by uttering the holy name of the Lord, so many sinful reactions that restricts your freedom, sinful reactions that inflicts disease, sinful reactions that inflicts so many kinds of miseries, bodily and mental miseries. As we said, the origin is our sinful seed in the sharira, in our sukshma sharira. That is sprouting. And here it is revealed, as it happened for Ajamila. The holy name of the Lord is so powerful, is the Lord Himself, investing all His energies in that sound, purifying energies of Sat, Chit and Ananda, that it chars the bija itself, so that that does not sprout at all. Those who are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, as per the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, actually their subtle body bijas are all burnt to ashes, so that the end of the life, there is no karma bija to sprout into another life. Only when you come to that stage, then you can leave this material body without taking another material body, but going to the spiritual world. So there are two aspects of it. One is two aspects of sin. One aspect is that sin becomes, inflicts suffering on us. So we have to be careful about sinful activities. But in this material world, it's very difficult to be zero sinning. Some way or the other, one way or the other, some kind of sin will be happening. You're walking, you're killing the ants and this and that. So many you cannot say 100%. In the course of your prescribed duty, maybe also so many sinning. So it's very complicated. You cannot lead a life to be extremely so careful that I will not sin, I will not sin, I will not sin. You will end up sinning. So for that is why it's called our life should have prayaschitta. So normally in the Vedic system of life, the person, the individual undertakes various prayaschitta. Fasting, this thing, that thing, so many kinds of prayaschitta. Pleasing the demigods, this 100 kinds of unlimited prayashchittas are there. Chanting of different mantras, everything. And it is said here that the highest prayashchitta to clean yourself of all sin is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is so powerful. At the same time, that should not be misused, because this is not available for everybody. How many people are chanting on this earth? Why they are not chanting? They need the blessings of the holy name for the tongue to come on their nama to come on their tongue. Once it comes, then you get an opportunity to reduce all your suffering in life, because all suffering in life is because of papa karma. Many lives, and all these things are burned by chanting the holy name of the Lord. And some residual karma remains in this body, because if 100% karma is fully burnt, then you cannot be in this body. So the question may be asked that if all the sinful reactions are gone, then why I am still in this body? You're still in this body because prarabdha karma, there are two kinds of karma, sanchita karma and prarabdha karma. Your accumulated stock, huge stock of papa bijas, punya bijas are there in our subtle body. All those things are charred, burnt fully. Prarabdha karma is the account you have opened in this life. That prarabdha karma is a small portion of that. You have a huge bag of seeds, two kinds of seeds, papa and punya. When you are taking birth in this body, at that time, by Daiva Netrena, by the arrangement of the laws of karma, one little bunch of papa, little bunch of punya, bijas, are allowed to sprout. That is called prarabdha karma. Those prarabdha bijas, by chanting Hare Krishna, even that also practically is made ineffective. But the pattern remains. It is not fully charred. One example is like how you take a newspaper. You can experiment if you want. Take a newspaper, crush it nicely, make it like a ball, and then you light it. The newspaper catches fire. Don't disturb it. You will see that slowly the newspaper is fully burnt. But it's standing like that, structure. structure is standing like that. Touch ashes, it becomes ashes. The structure is not only standing, if you want, you can even read them. Sometimes you can read what is there on that paper. So the varieties of life is also there in the devotee's life. He also gets sick. So then you say, if all my karma is gone, why I am getting sick? Yeah, you will get little sick. Your destiny might have been just like a newspaper. Touch it, goes away. The writing is just namesake, it's there. Similarly, our karma, ups and downs in life also will be there, but one should understand that these are all very, very, very minute quantity and force compared to what I have to suffer. So, Sanchita karma completely burns. Prarabdha karma also completely weakens. And those prarabdha karmas, another reason why it is not 100% burnt, because we need to train our mind and body to become a devotee and engage in devotional service. If we don't, our soul also needs to awaken. So prarabdha karma is very useful for devotional service, so that you can engage in service of the Lord in this body. You can engage your intelligence, you can engage your mind, you can engage your body in service of the Lord. That is one thing. And you can also learn, when ups and downs come in life, we also learn how to depend upon Krishna, learn how to use sukha and dukkha as an opportunity to increase my bhakti, to intensify my relationship with Krishna. Then all those things are part of a devotee's life. So that is why it is said that the Guru and Krishna takes charge of your life, even though you have a karmic body. But my karmic body, when I take Diksha from Prabhupada, I surrender my body, mind, words to Srila Prabhupada. I surrender my life to spiritual master. Which means including all your karma. Then by his grace, by following his instructions, what to do in life, then all these entire packet of this karma, body, mind, bija, everything becomes an asset to develop my love for Krishna, develop my soul's love for Krishna. So a devotee thinks whatever happens in his life, Krishna has a plan, Prabhupada has a plan. What is that plan? Not he has a material plan. He has a plan to increase my devotion, increase my attachment, increase my detachment from this material world. He has a plan to make me realize the temporary nature of this world, illusory nature of this world, illusory nature of life. To give me spiritual realization. That is the goal of all that happens in our life as devotees, is to increase our attachment to Krishna and increase our detachment from this material world. Only then we give up the taste for this karma. Karma means what? Independent of Krishna, you want to come into this world. So the holy name of the Lord is, how does this, because this holy name of the Lord is not an ordinary sound. Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatara. So automatically, as soon as somebody utters, the Lord Shakti is there in it. And according to our attitude, attitude is very important. For instance, now, Ajamila was chanted the holy name of the Lord. He did not even think of the Lord Narayana. He thought of his son Narayana. But the sound Narayana liberated him. But if somebody is chanting Narayana, insulting Narayana, hey, what is this Narayana? Where is your Narayana? He is also chanting Narayana. So that is called Nama Aprada. That will not cleanse. That will not cleanse one's Papa Bija. So it is very important that we chant the holy name of the Lord without offense or neutral. Ajamila was neutral. He didn't think of Narayana at all. So where is the question of abusing Narayana? When you think of a person only, you can abuse. You can insult. So unconsciously, even accidentally, calling your children Krishna, Narayana, you are washing off your sin. That is the most powerful. That is why in our culture we name all children with different names of the Lord. So this is extremely important to understand that Krishna Nama is Krishna Avatara. If you are innocent, you will get the benefit. If you have devotion and chant, here Krishna is before me, on my tongue, then the benefit is unlimited. Not only your karmic bija is burnt, but you are pouring water into your bhakti bija, your bhakti tree, bhakti lata bija. Your bhakti lata, the creeper of devotion, is nurtured by chanting every day. Chanting and hearing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chanting and hearing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra removes the negative. What is the negative? Our accumulated karma. It burns and brings the positive. So actually we, those who are devotees of the Lord, who want to go back to Godhead, they are not so much, they do not chant the holy name in order to remove the papa karma, remove suffering, all this is not required, because they are into the positively to develop attachment to Krishna. They chant 16 rounds without attentively, without inattentiveness, with devotion, with faith, with priti. He associates with the Lord, and all this papa karma automatically is taken care of. It is a byproduct. So devotees never chant for punya or for papa, to cleanse the papa or to accumulate punya. They don't chant. They chant for developing attachment. They chant for associating with the Lord, to cleanse one's heart so that one goes back to Godhead and gets eternal life, eternally engaged in loving devotion service of the Lord. So that is why at the time of initiation, before initiation, a devotee is taught what are the 10 offenses. Those 10 offenses, one has to be very careful. If one takes care of chanting without the 10 offenses, then you will rapidly progress in lifting your consciousness to Krishna consciousness. We are chanting to affect our consciousness. Body is there. Mind, subtle body, gross body is there. Chanting has its own effect of burning all this, purifying senses, all this. It has its own effect going on. That is by the side. What is there in this body? Consciousness. So we are chanting for our consciousness, positively for our consciousness, not for my body, not for my mind, not for my consciousness. So those who experience, those who want to experience a higher consciousness, if you hear the holy name, chant and hear the holy name, transformation is there at the consciousness level. Consciousness means what? Tamasic consciousness, Rajasic consciousness, Sattvic consciousness, pure consciousness. So as we associate with the holy name of the Lord, because this holy name is pure Shuddha, Sattva. As our fallen tamasic consciousness touches Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, it gets purified, it rises to Rajaguna, to Sattva-guna. Like that, as the number of years you chant, you go on chanting, you will see quantity of your Tamoguna has come down, Rajaguna has come down, your Sattvic consciousness is more. So how that can be experienced as a consciousness. And then Krishna consciousness. Rajasic, Tamasic, Rajasic, Sattvic, then Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness awakens. So we chant Hare Krishna mainly because this Hare Krishna is the son of consciousness, infinite consciousness. That is why you touch this Hare, your tiny consciousness touches by hearing. When you hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are just like, then you may say, see, to develop faith, do you see your consciousness? No. You feel your consciousness. Consciousness cannot be seen. The soul can be seen, but you know you are there. Your consciousness cannot be seen. If your own consciousness you cannot see, how can you spiritually see the Hare Krishna consciousness? Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the sound incarnation of the Lord. Just like my consciousness has taken the incarnation of this body, similarly, Krishna's infinite consciousness has taken the avatara sharira of this external sound, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So through this sound, by hearing this sound, actually you are touching, just like now, by hearing me, you are touching my consciousness. By hearing a person, what he says, you are touching his mind, his consciousness, you are touching his. Imagine Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Krishna's consciousness. You are touching Krishna's consciousness. And Krishna's consciousness is unlimited consciousness. Unlimitedly knowledgeable, unlimitedly intelligent, unlimitedly powerful, unlimitedly beautiful, unlimitedly everything. Everything that you can think of, qualities of a person to unlimited degree, that is there in that consciousness, in that person. That is Krishna, is a supreme consciousness. We are all tiny, tiny consciousness. God means His supreme consciousness. We are all dependent upon Him as a Paramatma. So He is a supreme consciousness. So He is ready to give us His association by incarnating. If He doesn't incarnate, I told you, you cannot see. Just like a person dies, Till then you could see his effect in the body. As soon as he leaves the body, he's gone. But you know consciousness is gone. But you never saw. What went out you never saw. Then he is out of your life after that. He's gone, then he is out of life. You don't hear of him anymore, you don't nothing. He's fully gone. Why I am explaining this? Because this sound Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you don't see Krishna in it, it is just like seeing a dead body. When I see you, I see your body and you. So if you think this Hare Krishna is just ordinary vibration, in this is there consciousness? In this sound? There is no consciousness. Krishna, you say, Krishna is there. So Krishna Shabda is Krishna, because he manifests as the Shabda. So if you touch the Shabda, how do you touch a Shabda? By hearing. By touching his Shabda, by hearing, he is Pavitram. He is the purest. So by touching it, our heart also becomes pure. Pure means knowledge. Free from ignorance. So all ignorance will get, covering our soul will go away. All false ideas of love, false ideas of happiness, false ideas of pleasure, I am this body, everything will become clear in our consciousness, awakening. So this question of sin and all is gone. So anybody who is sadhaka of holy name, when he is chanting, all his sins are all washed off. But he should not sin afresh. The living entity always has got freedom. That we should always understand. Krishna never takes away our freedom to sin, or never takes away our freedom to serve him. Freedom can be misused to sin, or it can be misused for devotional service. So that is that's our responsibility to handle this, to take the mercy of this Nama Avatara, and that the whole Hare Krishna movement is based on that. Any questions? No.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna.
You were mentioning about Prarabdha Karma Prabhu, the two types of karma, Sanchita and Prarabdha. And you also mentioned that we can use the Prarabdha Karma in devotional service. Now, how do we understand this, that Prarabdha Karma is both good and bad karma? So, is it that we are fortunate that we have got this Prarabdha Karma and use it in the devotional service?
Yeah.
How do we understand it, Prabhu? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Both assets and liabilities. So, let's say for instance, you fall sick. That is negative prarabdha karma. You can utilize it to increase your Krishna consciousness. You have to find out ways and means to utilize it. For instance, anyway, if you are sick, you will take leave from your work. 2-3 days. You're free from that work. You can hear every day 10 lectures of Prabhupada, lying on the bed. Correct? Many negative things like this. Suppose you have debt. somebody is harassing you. Then anyway his harassment will continue. Debt will be there. What happens? That's left to Krishna to solve the problem or not solve the problem, prolong the problem. That's left to Krishna. But meantime, your mind can learn how to depend on Krishna more and more. That situation will intensify your japa. So there also you are converting into bhakti. Similarly, positive things also. By increasing gratitude. When you have troubles, you increase your dependence. When you have good times, you increase your relationship of gratitude with Nama Prabhu. I don't deserve this. Krishna, thank you, gratitude. So developing, see, unless you are put into a situation, some of these devotional qualities don't come. If everything is always good, then you become proud. Then you may say, why Krishna is required also? Our minds are like that. So learn how to connect yourself emotionally to Krishna in Sukha and Dukkha. So it's possible. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Krishna Balaram Rathotsav ki